How's everybody doing? Okay, baby girl. Come here. That's a little girl. I think I have that up too high. Hey! I know. How are y'all doing? Hi, Daddy. Here we go. Hi. How are y'all doing? Hello. Hi. Okay. Lay down, baby girl. Lay down. She hears birds. Good. All right. So y'all ready for some wreath therapy? You can't hear anything. That's strange. Hi. Thank you. Hey, you live here where I live. That's cool. Oh, good. Okay, so tonight we're going to be doing this. I think this is so cute. I like this a lot. I got this from Craft Outlet. And we're going to do, somebody asked me recently if I would do another bubble wreath. So that's what we're going to do. Hey, Shelly. All right, so I'll get the camera moved down. Ugh, so hard to move that thing. Okay. That is either too close. I think that's what it is. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay. That's better. All right. So y'all doing okay tonight? So we're just going to do the bubble method. Isn't this pretty? I like this. It's that turquoise color. See, and it matches this very well. Okay. Hey, Laura. I saw you, Cheryl and Darlene. Okay. So I'm just going to scrunch it up at the end. And I'm going to zip tie it on. So, whoop. And that'll get us started. I do too. I've been holding on to it for a while. All right. So we just get it started. Just like any other. This is the 14-inch wreath frame from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to use pipe cleaners. Now you can use the zip ties as well. I like to use these. I don't know why. I guess I'm used to it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 10-inch poofs. And we're just going to take one of these zip ties and I'm going to run it around the bottom and I'm going to tie it down just like this. And I like to tie them on the top. Now you don't have to do that, and then you just push it over. So you just keep doing this exact same process. So I like to count 1, 2, 3. I also like to put my tie in between rows 2 and 3. It just kind of helps so that it stays uniformly across. So, and then I pull it out. You always want to pull it out. and then push it over like that. See, and that's how you get the bubble. We're going to do 5 in each section. Okay. I hear little kids out there yelling. They're so excited. I always cut these in half because I don't really need a whole one, and it saves me from having to use ones and then come in here and cut them off. It just makes it a little bit easier if you use the half ones. So this mesh right here is really good to do something like this with because it's not very thick. And so if I did any other method, I would have to put ruffles or something on it. So this is a great one. So if you have some mesh that's kind of thin, this is a great method to use. Good evening. All right, so we got 5 in the first section. So you see that's what it looks like from the back. All right, so we just keep doing that. We just take one, go in between 2 and 3. I pull it up like this, and then I just tie it off a good 3 times, and then pull it out. There we go. And I always just count 1, 2, 3 for my loops. And it is about a 10-inch loop. Okay. Okay. Hi. Here we go. So this isn't a difficult one to do. I think we did 3 so far, yep. This is a pretty easy one. My kids are already in vacation mode, so I figured I'd do one that wasn't very difficult tonight because they're kind of full of it today. So tomorrow is Carson's last day, and we are so excited. I do the 2 center rings. It helps to center it and keep it going all the way across the wreath because, you know, you want your poofs to be definitely going from one side to the next. So if you use your center rings, it just kind of works a little better and it keeps it from moving. So I do like to do that. I like this method. It's just fun. I like to do this with smaller mesh too. I just happen to have this. So you can do this with 10-inch as well. Somebody asked me to do a zebra wreath, and I was thinking about doing it with this method, and we're going to alternate the colors. So that's going to be fun. Okay. The frame does not show through, so if you look, it might just a tiny bit at the bottom, but it really doesn't. And if you held it right up to the light, it would, but yep, I do. As a matter of fact, I was planning to do one of those soon. So we got 4. I tell you, one of the reasons that I use the pipe cleaners on this instead of the zip ties is I just find it a lot faster. So but that's personal preference. There's no right way and there's no wrong way. Yeah, it's hot here too. The Dragonfly came from Craft Outlet. I think I got it about the beginning of spring. And I've just been holding on to it, trying to figure out what I was going to do with it. Oh, well, welcome. We're glad to have you. Okay. Here we go. Good evening. So do y'all have any big plans coming up for the summer? I can't believe it's already June. Crazy fast this year. Oh, well, welcome. I'm going to be up in your area soon. So we got 4. Let's do one more. There we go. Yes, we're going to do one as a zebra. So we'll alternate. Wonderful, Kim. We're going to alternate black and white. So that'll be a lot of fun. This is the bubble method. So it's essentially just 10-inch poofs, and you make 5 in each section, and you just push them. So see, you're just kind of stacking them. You just push them over, and it makes this little bubble look. So it's super easy to make. Of course, you know, I'm terrible. I never measure. This is easy. You definitely need to try it. You'll like it. And I do it between the second and third row, so it'll stretch all the way across. Bella, what you doing over there? Come here. Come here. No? She's sitting in the window. She's watching for people to come by. Thank you. I do too. I love this color. It's just so pretty. This is one of my favorite colors. I want to paint my craft room like this. I don't know how I would get all this stuff out though. Oh, cool. It's from Craft Outlet. I put 5 in each section. That's going to be fun though, Cheryl. I can't wait to see how it goes at the farmer's market. I think I'm going to do the one here in July. June is just not a good month for me. You haven't, you need to. I've done others like this before. They're just really fun and easy. Especially if you're new to doing the poofs, this is a great one to do because it's very forgiving. Because you're pushing them all together, and so if they're not exactly even, it's not going to matter. So this is a great method to practice, because by the time you're done with this, you'll be pretty good at it. And you can do it with the 10-inch. It's just not quite as full, but it's still very pretty. There we go. Just a couple more left. So see, we're back around to the beginning. Hello. Huh, go out and come back in, Christy. Yes, you absolutely can do it with 10-inch. All right, last one. And you see how much we have left of the roll? Not very much. So you could get probably 1 or 2 more in. And if you do like I do and you tie your pipe cleaners up like this, then if you want to add any ribbon, you can just move them aside and you can tie right to that. Let me drop this one. Okay, last one. So I'll tie this one off. You're going to do great, Cheryl. All right, so then I'm just going to trim it off. So you can see I pretty much used the entire roll. There's pretty much nothing left. Really not even enough for me to keep. So I'll just toss that. Then I'll take this last piece and I'll stick it through here. Run it around the back and tie it down with the zip tie. That way I won't have to worry about it coming loose. Yeah, the turtle was from Carolina Pottery. So my Carolina Pottery doesn't have any more, but we're going to check this coming week when we go to Myrtle Beach. So if there's any, I will grab them. I'm excited. We're going to see a different Carolina Pottery. I can't wait to see if it's different. So there you see. You see how pretty that is? See, do you think you can see through it? You really can't. Can you see? I mean, if you put it right up to the light, you might be able to see a little bit, but not really. You really can't see through it. It's because everything is so compact together. You can't order online? Yeah. So that's what the back looks like. See, it's very nice and neat. But of course, most of the time, especially if I'm going to cover the center, I will. So this is, I think this one is from Big Lots. And so I'll just put it down on here, and I will use zip ties, and I will just tie it right on. Now, if the center's out, these are pretty easy to cut. You can just kind of bend it over and cut in there. That's why I specifically get this kind. And I'll just cut the center out. And then you still get that nice look in the back, but it doesn't show in the front. Uh-oh, is it starting to skip? Try going out and coming back in. Yeah, that's the perfect color for frozen. Okay. Savannah, you need to try it. I'm telling you that by the time you're done, you will definitely be a lot better with the poops. It really just makes it a lot easier. All right. So since we're doing the bubble, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to put it in the center. Oh, that's so cute. And we're going to make a little bow to go down at the bottom. All right. So I have 3 ribbons. I have a dragonfly ribbon, and I have pink and blue. You see how well that matches? And then this one. Isn't this cute? It's hot pink, and then it's plaid in the center, and it has kind of the yellows and the blues that are the same thing that's in this dragonfly. So we are going to use Julie's Funky Bow because it's really easy, and I know a lot of people struggle with bows, so it's a great one to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut our ribbons about 30 inches, just like that. There we go. I don't know why my comments don't want to scroll today. Thank you, Ellen. All right. So I'm going to cut 2 of each one of these. Now you can do as many loops as you want with this. So you just kind of have to decide what you want. Well, you're going to like this, Linda. It's really easy to do. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways because one is the funky bow and one is called the hobo. All right. So the funky bow, you can either keep the ends even or you can kind of alternate them. And essentially what you do is you just make a loop and hold it like this. Okay. So this is about 5 inches. Let's see how that looks. I think that's going to be okay. All right. So when I'm making this, what I do is I put it in between my thumb and forefinger like that. It just makes it a little easier to hold. Now, if you wanted to do it the hobo way, what you do is you put it up at the top like this, and you pinch it so that you just have a little excess. So the difference is you have 1 tail with the hobo, and with the funky bow, you have 2. So it really just depends on what look you're going for, but these are really both great methods to use. So I like both. Yeah, when I first started making bows, I really struggled a lot. And when I found these 2 bow methods, it helped me course, my sister drilled it into me. So that helped a lot. And what I do is I just make sure that each one of them is the same length. And if it's not, I just pull it down a little bit. Okay. So you can just stick your hand in and kind of make sure they're the same. So let's do this one with tails. Okay. So let's see. Yes. Okay, so this is a 6-loop bow. If you wanted to do more, you would just take your ribbon, cut it. I love these colors. These are so pretty. And you can kind of move it around like that. Let's do one more of the dragonfly. This dragonfly is really pretty. And they do have this at Craft Outlets, so we'll make this our long one. All right, there we go. All right. So you see it kind of just looks like a little bit of a strange bow, but don't worry, we're going to get it there. So I just take some 26 gauge wire, like that. I have about 28 inches. All right, I like to find the center. I do too. And then you just take it and you go around the entire, all of the loops like this. You want to pull it as tight as you can. So a great way to do that is to take your wire and hold it real tight and twist it like this. So this really helps if your hands hurt, because it can be hard to get it. And then you're just going to move it around just like you would any other bow. So you see it looks just like a regular bow. And you wouldn't know that you just put a bunch of loops together. See, and you can move it around just like you would a regular one. It's just a lot easier to make. So then what you do is just take it, and I'll just take my wire and I'll go right in between one of these poofs. I'm going to go in between that second and third and then pull it. All right. So we're not going to do a whole bunch with this bow right now, except get it in place, because I want to get that sign down. All right. So once you get it on, then you can move these around. So you know, if you don't have a fluff box, you can always put it on your wreath and use your wreath to move it around. Now we have these tails here. And there's a few things you can do with the tails. So when I'm fluffing my ribbons out, I just stick my hands in it and just kind of spread my fingers apart. These tails, so the ones that have two, you can actually just move one and put it up like this. The ones that are just down, there's a couple things you can do with it, but you see how you can move it so that some comes up around this way. You can move them so you have some here. You can also just trim them off if you don't like them. So these long ones, there's a couple ways that you can do this. So you can take it and cut it at an angle. I like that. You can do the dovetail by folding it over and cutting. You can also take it and roll it just like this. There we go. Cut some at an angle. Roll some. There we go. Okay. So that kind of gives you an idea of what you can do. All right, so let's get our sign in, and then we'll fiddle with the bow a little more. All right. So this is a metal sign. All right, thing. Okay. This is a metal sign. So I use this as a beadsmith. Okay, and it'll punch holes in metal. So when I'm doing something like this, I'll flip it over to the other side and I'll punch the hole from this side just to help prevent taking some of that finish off. But you can just pop a hole in it. You see it's a very tiny hole. And then you can use that to string wire through. Okay. And this is a 1.5 millimeter. So it's okay, Bella. It's not. It's nothing to worry about. You're okay. And then I like to use this. Yes, it'll always come out for replay. This tool is called a beadsmith. You can get them on Amazon, and it'll say something like beadsmith metal sheet cutter, and it's a 1.5 millimeter. So you see it has this tiny little like puncture thing, and it has a hole on the other side. So I like to use, this is 18 gauge wire, and it's silver. So you can get this from Hobby Lobby or any craft store. You can get it at hardware stores too. But I like to use this when I'm doing signs because it's so thin and it's so hard to see. So then it's not as hard to hide it. So I'll just put it on and tie it off. I'm just taking off enough to get it to the frame. So just punch my hole right through the hole. There we go. I like to try to do 4 points if I can. Yes, all the ribbon is 2.5 inch, and it's all wired. Yep, beadsmith. This thing is a lifesaver. Okay. So I like to twist my wire down at the end just so I don't have to worry about it moving. Beadsmith, yeah. And they're not very expensive. And I'm going to tell you, if you're going to get tools, I would definitely get one of these because they really, really come in handy. Because these zip tie adhesive cable mounts, they do not work very well on metal, especially painted metal. So it's a great idea to have one of these to just punch a hole in it. All right, so now I'm going to kind of put it at an angle a little bit because I want it to look like it's flying. I don't want it to be exactly in the middle. So I'm just going to take this wire and I'm just going to go in between my little poofs and go right down to the frame. Now I'm just going to tie it on. Okay. All right. So same thing on this side. Just move aside your mesh, pull it right down. That's one of the things I love about this is that you can slide things right in between it and you're really not going to see it because you put it on, you tie it on, and then you just push them back. So you see how well that works? All right, so let's get this one on. So I don't want to pull it too tight because I really want it to look kind of like it was flying and just landed on there. All right, last one. Okay. So the base, all you do for the base is it's 10-inch poofs, and you just put the poof on, and you put 5 in each section, and you just push them back. Okay, so you can see here, this is where I tied it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I just tied it around the base, and then I'll just take my wire and kind of twist it around a few times just to make sure it's going to stay snug. Like this. I always come back and do this because that wire can come loose. Okay. So you see how neat the back is? It's very neat and tidy. And that's one of the reasons why I like to use the pipe cleaners and why I like to put them facing up. Because it makes the back look a lot neater, a lot tidier. Okay, there we go. All right. So when I get these on, I always shake it because I want to make sure that I have it on there nice and tight. Okay, so now that we have it on, we can just kind of mess with our bow a little bit. There we go. You see how easy that bow is to make? So now the next time you're struggling with the bow, you have to try this because you're going to like it. Okay. Now you could, if you don't want so many tails, you can just kind of trim them right up close to the top. So I think this is too many, so we'll just trim that off. See, and then it's not quite as busy. You don't want it to be too busy. I'll angle that one. Whoops. And this one. And you can also take them and just kind of pull them in your hands like this. And it'll make that ribbon kind of curl under a little bit. I like that. It's just fun to do. And just fluff that bow out. All right. Now I'm wondering if I should move the bow. I love the bow too, but I'm not sure I like it right where it is. So So we haven't tied the bow in completely. So it's easy just to pull it out. I kind of wanted this to go sideways, but then the bow looks a little strange. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You could put the bow at the top, which I really don't want to do because it's going to cover that guy. So let's just put it at the bottom. We'll just put it a little closer to him. Okay. So I just run the wires right through. That's why I kind of do the bow at the end. That would be so pretty. I like that idea. Okay, so then you just move it back around. Get it refluffed. There, that's better. I like that better. Okay. Okay. There. I like that better. There we go. So you see, it's really simple, easy. Just a really quick little fun one to make. So what you think? Aren't these colors pretty? I love this method too. See, now you know how to do a bow that's super simple. And these come out so cute. I love these bows. And you know 2 ways to do it. You can either do it the hobo way or the funky bow way. All right. Well, I think we did it. Yes, she does. Thank you. All right. Pull it up here so I can see. All right, so that's what it turned out like. I love the dragonfly. That's really cute. So do y'all have any questions? Thank you. Vicki, you need to make one. Yeah, it is. Ginger, you wouldn't do that. You could do it. I know it seems complicated, but it really is pretty easy once you just figure out the whole wires. Thank you. I'm so excited. I already started packing. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I taped a couple videos, so y'all will have something to watch on Wednesday. Thank you. I did this one. Isn't that cute? I made this for my sister-in-law. They like to camp, so it's a little camper. And I did a lantern swag. So you'll have to tell me what you'd rather see. I can't wait to see that chameleon. That's going to be cool. You have a great evening too. Y'all have a blessed evening. The ribbons, I cut them at 30 inches. The camper one? Okay. Yes, I will make more with the bubble method. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make one with the bubble method with 2 different colors. So you can see that. Because that'll be fun. Thank you. I'm so excited. The bow, on the, I think I did it with the funky bow too. So I tried to do both the lantern and the grapevine. I did not use the pro bow. I did them by hand, so you can see. Thank you, Karen Marie. Yeah, we're leaving for vacation Tuesday. So, hey, Mickey. So we're pretty excited. We are going to Myrtle Beach. Thank you. I will be taking lots of pictures, and my husband always takes a lot. Yeah, you want me to do something with the Dodabra? Yes. I think I talked about that in my video, so. The football form, I don't think I've ever done one with that, but I can get one and show you how to do it. I mean, I know how I would do it. So I have to order one of those. The ones that are at Craft Outlet, is that the one you're talking about? Hey, Nori, look what I did. It's your favorite. It's a dragonfly. Look, it even has dragonfly ribbon. Thank you. All right, well, I think we are good to go, ladies. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. And I will, I'll talk to y'all sometime during the week. Thank you. Hey, honey, you're supposed to be in bed. Thank you. Oh, cool. All right. Hey, honey, you're supposed to be in bed. Thank you. All right. Well, I will see y'all in, Joanne, you made it. Yay. I will see y'all next week when I get back. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Y'all have a blessed evening. I will see you soon. Okay? Bye. Thank you.